Hi. Yeah, I know. It's been a minute. Shit going on, whatnot. For those that are still curious, how someone who started serving a life sentence at 18 in 1979 survived 38 years, was released in 2017, and now, almost 7 years later, I'm still trucking. A couple of good questions. Those that have been paying attention know what I've been doing. The last couple of semesters in Humboldt State. Which brings us to today's topic: what I do with a paintbrush. Now, I'm not no rocket scientist with a paintbrush by any stretch. But I was recently confronted by one of my brothers, and of all people, my little sister. And they basically read me the riot act because, well, until next semester starts in August, I get to recycle cans for the summer. You see, I live on Social Security disability, about $1,000 a month. But that's neither here nor there. The reaming that I got is because of what I do with a paintbrush. And I'd like to take a moment to share some of that with you. And how I learned to do what I do. From the beginning of my life sentence, I thought I'd die there. And then one day I ran into a lifer. Because you see, I unfortunately belong to a very unique club. The lifers. The true lifers. The one that does not have a number, but has 4 letters. Anyway, it's neither here nor there. I think I've spoken before about Bama, my mentor, my inspiration, and the conversation that we had, where he told me to quit fucking around and get serious. I was 23 at the time. I spent the next 2 years trying to figure out how to do watercolor in a cell block, at the State Farm outside Richmond, Virginia. And then, for some God-known reason, people started paying attention. That's a story unto itself. And how the system tried to exploit what I suddenly could show up doing. But lucky for me, or unlucky, in '94 I got transferred to Arizona. Now here's the key to what I do with a brush. For 9 years, I was only able and allowed to play with watercolor. So the benefit of me getting transferred to Arizona in '94 was that when I got to Arizona, they let me play with acrylics. And here's where our story really begins. because at the same time, my back went sideways. It'd been going kind of sideways for a while. But DOC Medical would not acknowledge or have me checked, MRI. Told me more exercise, this, that, and the other thing. Long story short, I ended up starting to self medicate. And for those that are somewhat cognizant of what really transpires on any yard in any prison in this fucking country, I could tell you a story or two. So, yeah, long story short, or shorter, I ended up 13 years stuck in a spoon. Black tar heroin, primarily. That came to bite me in the ass more than once. For that 13 years, I lived by a motto: paint to get high to paint. What you're looking at, 90% of them, I was so fucking high, I couldn't walk anywhere. The point being, what you've been looking at is the result of those years. And now we get to the nut, the bolt, the thing that holds it all together. I still have all these paintings. Every single one of them I did in prison. Here I am, collecting cans and bottles to get me through until my grants for college start in August. I would rather be painting. Why is it that a fucking artist who bleeds from their soul spends so many years trying to scratch that itch? Why is it that it's only after we're fucking dead that anybody gets benefit from it? The phrase starving artist comes to mind. I'm sitting on a fucking gold mine, according to some people. And yet, because of my history, and even though I've been out for 7 years and I busted my ass to get caught up for the 40 years that I was gone, I still don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Isn't that ironic? The things I can paint, I can draw anything I see, paint anything I draw, inside or outside my head. And yet, I'm being stuck. How the fuck does that work? Until next time.